And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Right. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Hurry up, Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Green. 30.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall.
Double tight. Now let's go. Back 99, Leopard. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Julio Jones. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Here we go.
Alert.
All right, now let's go. 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Alert 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Green, 39.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
No, check. Patriot. Patriot. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. We just saw him do it right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Marcus Mariota, an early touchdown pass in that one.
Double tight, double tight.
All right, here we go.
So the D-line's going to spread out. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Now let's go.
Hey, we
Good. All right, now let's go. 56. Green, 36. Green.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. They'll throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now out come the Giants. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
All right, now, watch it now, Barney.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Leopard, Detroit.
Back to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun!
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Go, go, run, run, run. That's it, baby. That's it.
Now let's go! Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go.
Freeman again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Look at 56. Gun!
Watch the edge.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Let's get it. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Here we go now.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they work. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now let's go. Green, 39. All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Over. All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Watch safety green.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out.
Watch right, we got right. I'm coming after you.
Hurry up, here we go.
I'm coming after
319.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Tight end left.
Over. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
Set. 319.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, touchdown, Falcons.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
No, check, Patriot.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here are the... Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going...
Julio Jones all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed first down?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, Brady, I
going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that past the sticks, 1st down. And his kick is indeed good, and they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 30. Yard line.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go now. Watch it now.
4 down.
All right, here we go.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go.
Check.
Watch it now, Barney.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Blue 90. Run. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. That's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Man left, man left.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Ten yards still left on second down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Set! All right!
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15?
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum. They force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Strong left. Strong left.
Back 99, gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now.
Green, 39.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
319! 319!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. With backwards, it's 3rd and very long. And some space here. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
Here we go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go now. 319!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. You got to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Time running out here on the play clock. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Marcus Mariota hovering around 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdown throws as well.
Single. Watch
Back
the
that. All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.